Hello, Bethesda. This is Nolan Sundberg, your church planning council president. And after a day in the house working from home, I thought it'd be nice to get outside and send you a little message here. And nothing beats a sunset here in West Eugene. So I hope you're all doing well, and I sure miss seeing you all at church. And I wanted to provide you with another update as the stay-at-home restrictions are easing, and Lane County has moved into phase 1 of Oregon's reopening guidelines and is on its way to phase 2. So we do not know all the details of phase 2 yet, but it likely allows for gatherings up to 100 people with appropriate physical distancing. That would mean that we can work towards opening the church doors. The Church Planning Council met on Monday evening, May 18th, to discuss initial plans for returning to worship. There are many details to figure out, but I just thought I'd give you an overview here. So first and foremost, I want to ask you to consider your own personal situation, as you feel, and as to whether you feel comfortable, returning to a group service. We want to make sure everyone is kept safe. Because of that, we will follow all guidelines for physical distancing inside the church. We are working to determine how many people can attend church and maintain the proper distances. You can expect to see another survey on your intention to return to group services. The survey will be used in planning the number of services and how to organize seating. So thank you to everyone who completed the distance worship survey. The response was amazing on that, very good, so thank you. We know that many of you will be more comfortable continuing to worship from your home, so we are planning to add a live stream of the church service. The recorded videos of the church service have been great, but we know that a live version will be even better. The recordings will continue, so you can watch when it best fits your schedule too. So in order to do the live stream, we need to purchase some additional equipment. We know our budget is currently tight, but it is important to get the worship to you the best way we can. God has been faithful in this, and we have already received gifts for a portion of the equipment cost. A special thank you to Visiting Angels and to Ed Emberlin for coordinating a gift of $2,000. Another generous giver has pledged $1,200. So we have already raised over 60% of the funds needed for the total cost of $5,000 for the equipment. The CPC approved the purchase of the equipment on Monday night. So if your heart feels compelled, ask you to consider a special gift to help fund the remaining amount needed. I'm always thankful and always amazed at the way that Bethesda gives of its resources, so thank you. The timeline for getting back into the church for a group service will depend, when Lane County is approved for phase 2, and learning and also understanding all the guidelines, and it will depend on how quickly the equipment arrives and can be set up. Our hope would be that we would do a live stream service on June 14th, without anyone in the church, to make sure everything is working, and then have a church service on June 21st with members in attendance and also live streaming that service. We will keep you updated as this develops, and the recorded services will continue until then. We are looking at bringing back the worship staff for the upcoming services. We will continue to evaluate when we can bring back all church staff members. So please continue to pray for them and members, who have experienced unemployment from the coronavirus pandemic. The format and the number of services each Sunday is still being determined. That will largely depend on how the church can be organized for physical distancing and how many members plan to attend in person. So please complete the survey when you see it to help in these decisions. I am praying that life will keep making progress toward normal again. I am quite sure that normal will not be what we have known in the past. Bethesda will open up at its own pace. So you may see other churches and businesses opening up faster, but every situation is unique. We are working to make the best decisions we can. Pastor Tom and Pastor Steve are planning to staff the church office on minimal hours, but we just want to keep the church available to you. So we will continue to restrict outside groups from using the church. We just want to make sure we keep our members safe during this time. The CPC is continuing to work on establishing some committees to help with decision making. We're in the initial phases of getting a finance committee put together to discuss the health and needs of Bethesda. We continue to work towards a plan and a group to make calls to our members to check in and create some one-on-one fellowship. The Personnel Committee will continue to be active, in discussing and meeting with church staff as well. So thank you to everyone who serves on committees and the many other ways that you volunteer your time at Bethesda. And a special thank you to my fellow CPC members for your time and talents. I really appreciate all you are doing. To wrap things up, just want to say thank you to Bethesda for the continued giving of your financial resources during this time. For the month of April, your contributions to the church exceeded expenses by $3,758, so we made it in the black. Expenses were down in April due to not having services, which helped us get a positive month. But again, just thank you for your continuing to support Bethesda, and please reach out to the church if you need assistance in delivering your gifts. I'm excited about the opportunity to get back into the walls of the church and see the beautiful windows. Definitely miss those. So just please pray that God will provide guidance to the pastors, to the CPC, and just everyone as we navigate the return to our beautiful church on Royal Avenue. So grace and peace be with you all, and I hope to see you all soon.